So if you break it down and get it a little bit more simple, there's the intent, and it's all important. And then over here, there's another thing called expectations. Because if you have an intent to do this, what expectations do you carry along with you? Expectation is sort of the baggage you carry through life. I mean, you came here and had an interview with one of the trainers, and they specifically said to you, you know, we can't guarantee you're going to have an out-of-body experience while you're here. And you're like, oh yes, I understand. Yeah, I've read all the literature. I understand that. I don't have that in my expectations. God, I hope I do. That'd be really cool. So these things called expectations have a whole lot to do with what is going on in your experience. You have this intent. This part of my talk is all about objectifying, declaring out your intent, setting your intent, but you have these expectations. Now you'll learn from your guest speaker tonight that there might be a way to divide this up a little bit different. That you have your intention, and then you have your expectations. But if you're really going to fulfill your intention, you better pay attention. How much attention, how much effort are you going to give? Or are you just going to lay back and say, well, come on. I told you I wanted that ice cream. Where is it? You know, you have to sort of give it your attention. So, intention, be careful of the expectations, but you have to give it some attention. In a more general way, this is all about setting your intent. And setting your intent is all about navigation. Now, right here, in this physical world, I can go north, south, east, west, and I can even go up and down. A three-dimensional world. I thought I had these skills down pretty well, to navigate in the physical world. And then when I was a toddler, my parents introduced me to the swimming pool. And you walk down a few steps in the swimming pool, and when you step your foot forward, you start falling over, and you start floating. All these navigational ways that I learned to get around this physical world weren't so good in water. I had to learn another form of navigation called swimming, right? But I had to learn that. It's different than walking around. Same thing on a bicycle. It's a different way of navigating. The walking rules and the swimming rules don't work. You have to learn the bike riding rules for navigation in this different environment. But now you are moving into a mental realm where thought is thing, and you must learn a new way to navigate. That's what setting your intent is this navigational means. So important is your intent to creating the actual experience you have that I'm going to show you this little experience. I'm going to put you all through an experience to illustrate how what your expectation is, what your intent is, drives the experience that you actually have. Now, this is going towards, after we do this little demonstration, what happens to you in the check unit depends upon what your intent is, what your expectations are, and how much effort you're going to put into this. But let's do this little exercise first to sort of demonstrate for you this idea of intent, how your experience is created given intent. It's a little video I want to show you here. With the game of basketball. So if you've been to basketball camp when you were a kid or something and have done this before, just sort of remain quiet and let everybody else experience it. For those of you who don't know about this, and we'll get a chance to look at it. Now, notice on here that we have some college kids, and there's some dressed in black shirts and some dressed in white shirts, okay? Now, your effort is to identify the difference of what's going on with those two teams. You have a white shirt on. Come up here and you can help me demonstrate. We'll be the white shirt team to sort of demonstrate to people here. Now, The object that you have, your intent is to be able to accurately count how many times the white shirt team passes the ball. So how many times does the white shirt team pass the ball up here?
Twice.
4 times, exactly. No matter what else we do here, doesn't matter. It's still how many times? Excellent. How many times does the white shirt team pass the ball? 6. Okay, now we need a black shirt team. Who's got a black shirt on? You do. Come on up here. Now the black shirt team in this exercise is designed to confuse you. Okay, so you walk figure 8s around us here and just try to confuse what's going on here. Come on. Don't pay attention to the guy in the black shirt, right? What's going on with this guy in the black shirt? Anyway, is he going to steal the ball here? What's going on? Okay, excellent. How many times the white shirt team pass the ball? 12 times. It has to be even because I have the ball back, right? So it has to be an even number of passes. So if you count them all up, that would be 12. Maybe, I don't know. I didn't count myself. Okay. So the black shirt team on the screen is going to try and confuse you, try to hide by coming between us and so forth and so on. But your job is to count how many times the white shirt team passes the ball, okay? You got it?
16.
All right, thank you very much. Excellent. All right. Okay. Now, there's one thing that I haven't told you, and I want to tell you up front so that you don't get confused. The black shirt team has a ball. Okay, now it's a different colored ball, but what's important is that you keep your eye on the white shirt team and the ball so that the black shirt team doesn't confuse you. Okay. Fortunately, they never switch balls. That would be horrible if they would switch balls, but they don't do that. Now, the best strategy that I've seen used on this is if you take a pencil or a pen or something, a piece of paper, and watch the screen. Keep your eyes on the screen. And every time they pass the ball, make a little mark on your paper. Do not look down at your paper. If you look back up, they might have passed it again, and then you've lost that as your count. Okay. Some of you will do better on this than others. It depends on how well you can pay attention here.
We're going to count how many passes in the black?
No,
The
how
white.
many passes the white shirt team makes.
Okay.
Pay attention to the white shirt team. How many times does the white shirt team pass the ball? Now, here we go. Everybody ready?
Yep.
Here we go. One last time. Okay, excellent, excellent. So now you have a chance to sort of look down and count up how many marks that you have there. Sort of count up the number of times. And then we'll check and see how you did. How many times did the white shirt team pass the ball? Here is what we're after. So let's start with, say, 8 times. How many had 8 times or more? How many had 8 times or more? Okay, everybody. Everybody got 8 or more times. That's exactly right. Let's go to 10. How many had 10 passes or more? Okay. It's about the same. We lost 2. Okay. How many had 12 times or more? 12 times or more. Okay, that was the same score. How about 14 times or more? Or more. We lost a couple people on that one. Okay. Let's go for it now. How many had 16 times or more? Nobody saw 16. Oh my goodness, okay. Well, what the curve then looks like, if we were to draw a curve, you know, nothing at 8 and then went up at 10 and then 12 and 14 and then choo, just fell right off. Most people had